Skincare nerds, welcome back. So have you ever wondered why your exfoliator just isn't giving you those results? Or do you want to use more than one exfoliator in your routine, but you just don't know if you should? Well, today we're going to talk about a really important topic that might answer some of those questions. Overexfoliation. We love a good exfoliator on this channel. They're great for unclogging pores, improving your skin texture, hyperpigmentation, and giving you that overnight glow, along with a ton of other great skin benefits. But the thing is, it's really easy to overdo it. Too much exfoliation can actually be harmful for your skin. Instead of helping your skin, exfoliators can end up impairing your skin barrier, one of your body's main lines of defense, and end up making it look worse. So how can you tell if you're even overexfoliating or not, and what can you do if your skin barrier is compromised? Let's find out. Okay, so let's talk about overexfoliation. I think there's this feeling we all have that actives in skincare have to hurt to be effective. And I know it's easy to think that the higher the concentration of actives, the better, because after all, that's what you're paying for, right? And if it stings, it's working, right? No pain, no gain. Wrong, because that actually isn't true. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to hurt to work. Overexfoliation is a problem because too much exfoliation can actually compromise your skin barrier. Your skin barrier is literally a protective barrier on the outside of your skin. When it's functioning normally, it prevents transepidermal water loss, helping your skin stay hydrated and looking fresh. It also defends against outside aggressors from entering your body. So thank you, skin barrier. But overexfoliation can compromise that barrier. So instead of keeping that moisture locked in, it can actually evaporate out, and irritants, bacteria, and pollutants have an easier time getting into your body, which can make your skin dry and rough, dehydrated, sensitive, and prone to redness. How can you tell if you're overexfoliating? Let's start with the most obvious signs. Your skin can get super dry and flaky and might even have like a rash-like texture. We're talking patchy red blotches here. Breakouts are another common reaction you might notice, especially small, rough, bumpy pimples. Another common sign is irritation. I'm not only talking about irritation when you're applying the exfoliator, also notice if you're feeling some irritation when you apply other products too, especially afterwards like moisturizers and sunscreens. So if you've recently added an exfoliator into your routine and you have this sudden sensitivity to your old favorite moisturizer, it's probably not the moisturizer that's causing it. It's more likely that new exfoliator. If your skin is also sensitive when you touch it, that's another big warning sign. Another thing to look out for is if you feel like your exfoliator is actually making your skin worse. So if you got that exfoliator to be dry, flaky skin, but actually your skin is getting more dry and more flaky, or you have oily skin and you got an exfoliator to help with oil control, but you're actually seeing even more oil production. If you feel like your existing concerns are getting worse after you started exfoliating, or if you've increased how often you're exfoliating, you could be overdoing it. And one of the last symptoms of overexfoliation you should look out for really isn't that obvious: shininess. I'm not talking about like a nice, moisturized, plumped, healthy glow. I mean skin that looks shiny but is tight and has kind of like a waxy look to it. It'll look that way because you're wiping away skin cells and natural oils, so you're exposing that skin underneath prematurely. You can tell the difference because a healthy glow will look plump and moisturized and not dry, thin, or waxy. So if you're nodding along and your skin has any of the signs of overexfoliating, the first thing you have to do is stop exfoliating. I know it sounds really obvious, but it's the most important thing to do. Just put that peeling solution down. Did you screw up your skin permanently? The good news is a compromised skin barrier isn't permanent. So can you ever exfoliate again? Yep, you can. Just like if you scrape your leg, your skin heals itself. If you compromise your skin barrier by overexfoliating, it'll heal itself too, but only if you stop. The goal is to wait until your skin has healed and is back to its baseline texture. Baseline texture is going to be different for everyone, but basically it's the texture your skin had before the overexfoliation. So if you've always been acne prone, that's going to be your baseline. You're really just waiting for the signs of overexfoliation like redness, inflammation, and peeling to fade. You don't stop getting your hair cut because you got a bad one once, right? But you do have to wait for it to grow back. Well, it's the same with your skin. You have to wait until your skin has fully healed and it's back to that baseline. After that, you can slowly reintroduce an exfoliator back into your routine again. So now that you've stopped exfoliating, what can you do to help your skin get back to its baseline faster? Well, the next thing is to simplify your skincare routine. So switch out your cleanser if you're using a foaming one with sulfates because that can be way too drying and makes your skin more sensitive. A great choice would be the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. Another thing you should stop using is retinoids. If your skin is already irritated and vulnerable because of the overexfoliation, added irritation from retinoids will make it even worse. So save it for when your skin is back to its baseline. And lastly, if you're using a chemical sunscreen, you might need to switch to a physical sunscreen. Chemical sunscreens work by absorbing UV rays, reducing the amount that penetrate your skin, but these chemicals can also cause a bunch of sensitizing reactions on your skin. So switch to a mineral sunscreen with either zinc oxide or titanium oxide. Basically, you want to go super boring with your routine. Gentle products with simple formulations, and ideally fragrance-free. It's not the time for nice fragrances and innovative formulations or actives. But remember, the most important thing to do is to stop exfoliating. So what can you add to your routine to help speed the healing along? A few ingredients to look out for are ceramides, Centella asiatica, or humectants like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or honey. Ceramides can be found in your skin naturally, and some research from 2019 shows it can actually help with dryness, itchiness, and scaling. It can also help if you get breakouts and protect your skin if you have darker skin as well. So I'd recommend the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. It's great for balance to dry skin, and it's a great, simple moisturizer with ceramides and hyaluronic acid in it that isn't going to irritate your skin. Next up, Centella asiatica. So Centella asiatica seems to help healing by speeding up skin cell production and collagen synthesis. It's also antibacterial and it's really common in Korean skincare. But lately, I've been really loving this amazing one by Topicals called Like Butter. I mean, look at the packaging, it's super cute. It's also got ginseng, green tea, rhubarb, and turmeric in it. So it's really great for skin SOS, like if you've overexfoliated your skin. And another good option is a drugstore favorite. It's the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Baume B5. But those are just some of the ones that are on the market. There are tons of options out there. As for a humectant, y'all know I love hyaluronic acid because it's an amazing ingredient for any type of dehydration, even if you have oilier skin. So lately, I've been really loving the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Toner. You see results right away, and it's great for sensitive skin as well. Okay, but what if you've just applied your peeling solution and you're really feeling it? What can you do right now to make it better? Something called a cold compress is a super simple way to help with the burning. Just grab a clean towel, soak it in cold water, and rest it on your face until it starts to feel better. After that, you can also use an aloe gel like the ones you use for your sunburns, but be careful though, it can irritate your skin if it's really open and really raw. Like with everything in skincare, go slow and gentle. If your skin is feeling really inflamed, an over-the-counter topical hydrocortisone cream like polysporin might help with the redness and inflammation. So if you have any skin that's really red or raw, try slugging with an occlusive like the CeraVe Healing Ointment or Vaseline, my personal favorite. So a little update from me is I'm always trying out and patch testing tons of new and different products, so I have to be super careful not to irritate my own skin too much and compromise my skin barrier. But it does happen, so ever since my slugging video, it's now my go-to method. It's really great at calming your skin down and helping it feel less irritated. It's also really great for wound healing, and you can just pick this up at the drugstore for less than $5. Alright, so now you know how to keep your skin on lock while it's healing. But just know that none of these things are going to instantly fix your skin. They will make it feel better and help your skin heal faster. But I do want to manage your expectations because it might take as long as a month or a whole skin cycle for it to get back to its baseline. And remember, that irritation is there because the overexfoliation has removed way more skin cells than your body is able to replenish in a very short time. It's kind of like waiting for your hair to regrow after a really bad haircut, like the bowl cut my mom gave me when I was 6 years old. It's going to feel like it takes forever, but it will grow back. Okay, so now you know what overexfoliation is if you've overexfoliated and what to do if you have overexfoliated. Let's talk about what to do to prevent it from happening again. Start out with once a week if it's a leave-on product, or every other day if it's a wash-off exfoliator. And if it's something really strong like the Ordinary's peeling solution, you have to watch out because it's super easy to overuse. It's got a very, very high concentration and a mix of both AHAs and BHAs, so it can be really effective and it feels like it's doing its job. But because it's effective, you just want to keep on using it, and that's when you can start overexfoliating. As we saw, it can harm your skin barrier, so resist that urge. One of the reasons why I recommend exfoliators in a wash-off cleanser format or a gentler leave-on version like the Paula's Choice is that it's so much harder to overdo. My second tip is don't have too many exfoliating products in your routine at the same time. Combining them makes it super easy to overexfoliate, especially if you use both physical and chemical exfoliators. I'd recommend you only use one type, whether physical or chemical, and pick an AHA or BHA because many of these products have shared properties. It can be like using the same product more than once in your routine. But if you still want to use both AHAs and BHAs in your routine, what I would say is to switch up the days you use them and maybe even take a day off to avoid any overexfoliating issues. Alright, so the moral of the story is less is more with exfoliators. They're amazing products that can give you clearer skin, but if you mix and match many different types of exfoliators or use a single one just way too much, your favorite exfoliants can actually do more harm than good. Just pay attention to your skin, and if you notice any redness, peeling, or tingling, that's a sign to start cutting back. Be kind to your skin and to yourself. It's time to forget the idea that pain is gain. Remember, it doesn't have to hurt to work. Alright, that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to give your girl a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more informative skincare videos like this one. See you next time!